All right, guys, so a week ago or so, or two, I don't remember, but we did a solder squish test, and then I sent off those solder pieces and the head back to Ken O'Connor Racing to have the head reworked as part of the port job. Okay, so this is the last piece of the puzzle for the port job, and what he did is he adjusted the squish, so it's the distance between the piston and the head, and the geometry, because what happens is fuel and air gets squeezed and it gets sent over by the spark plug, right? Anyway, there's a certain squish that is ideal, and then he reworked the chamber for a certain compression ratio, okay? Now, when he received this head, he called me and he's like, hey, do you want to run pump gas, or do you want to do a 50-50 blend? So 50% race gas and 50% pump. And I'm like, well, I've always done pump on all my engines because it's so easy to get. You know, you don't have to fuss around with race gas. And he's like, dude, if you go with race gas, you're going to get some benefits out of it. You're going to get a little more power, a little better performance. Race gas tends to last longer because ethanol, absorbs water and, whatever. It's just a better quality fuel, right? I'm like, you know what, let's do it. I haven't had a bike that ran race fuel. Let's squeeze out as much performance as possible out of this, and let's go for it. So that's what he reworked the compression ratio to, and this is all good. And then he cleaned up the gasket mating surface here because there was some pits and stuff. So this thing looks mint. It was vapor blasted, and it looks great. Over here I got some brand new O-rings for the head, and then I went ahead and freshened up my nuts. Okay. These nuts looked gross, so what I did is I just vapor blasted them, and now my nuts are looking fresh. It's always good to have fresh nuts. And then these copper washers, I'm going to reuse them. I just vapor blasted them, and they look brand new. Okay, there's no reason to replace these. They look perfect. And then we just got a cheap spark plug that we'll install, BR80S. I just use that for break-in and whatnot, and I just run the cheap plugs, man. They're fine for me. I know they got racing and iridium and all that, but I've never found a freaking difference. So that's that. Okay, and real quick, since I had Ken on the phone, I asked, what exactly did you do for the porting? Because it's hard for me to tell. I didn't get any before and after shots, and he's like, well, they go in there with tools, die grinders and carbide bits, and they clean up all the transfer ports. And there's obviously some timing involved that's changed, and he takes a little bit off the bottom of the cylinder and all that, and obviously he reworks the head. And, that's kind of like secret sauce stuff that some of these guys don't share, the machine shops. And I really don't care. I just want low to mid gains and just do it, So I couldn't really speak any technical advice on that, okay? If you want to get some porting done, just call him, okay? I can't really speak to it because, I don't know. So anyway, it was ported for low to mid gains. The head is back matched to the cylinder, and we'll just go ahead and assemble it, all right?